Good morning, class. How are you all? Definitely good. So, are you excited to learn something new just after completing your 10th standard? So, here I am, Anis Singh. So, today we are going to discuss some important contents, some important topics in accountancy. Okay. So, the first and the very important thing before you are going to learn new subject and new topic, we have to learn the basic terminologies of that subject. Okay, so today we will start our first and the very important chapter, that is accounting terms. Be ready with that. So here we have different terms. It may be possible you have heard about these words, but here we have to find out the meaning, actual meaning of these words. Okay, so first we have business transactions. So before going with the business transaction, we have to find out the meaning of business. Business, it means any kind of transaction in between two parties. These two parties may be the businessman to businessman, may be possible businessman to the customer or customer to customer. It can be anything. So first business, it means doing any kind of exchange or like buying and selling in between two different parties. That is called business. And the concept of business, that is wider, that we will discuss later on. So first we have to find out the meaning of business, that we have seen. Then after transactions, definitely when two person will be there, one will buy and second one will sell their goods, and there will be some consideration. It may be the cash will be engaged there or credit transaction will be there. So in the business organization, if we are talking about the business transactions, simply we can define transactions or the events entered into various parties. It may be the two parties, three parties, and recorded in the books of account. Definitely here we are going to discuss under the accountancy, and in the first video we have seen accountancy, that is a language which helps us to record business transactions. So that we have to find. For example, purchase of goods, receipts of money, payment to a creditor, someone, if we are going to pay someone any sort of amount, that we can record. And these type of transactions, these type of exchange are called business transactions. Just like if I am a seller and you are a buyer, when you will comes to me, I will sell some goods to you and you will pay me money. Okay, you will give me money. So what goods I am selling, that I have to record. If I am selling that in credit, okay, and if you are giving me money, that also I have to record. Okay, so these type of transactions are called business transaction. From here you can make your notes too. Okay, so next term that is very important, that is of capital. Just like Raipur is the capital of Chhattisgarh, I'm not talking about that capital. Here in the accountancy, capital has some different meaning. Okay, so that we are going to discuss. So what is capital? Capital is the amount invested by the owner in the business. It may be in the form of cash or the kind. In accounting term, business and owner are separate entity. So here, if we are going to understand the concept of capital, that is very easy. When you will start any kind of business, you need to invest something. Just like we are going to start any kind of electronic shop. So just for the starting of that shop, we will require a building, just shop, that is called shop, a building, and we need furniture because we have to decorate our shop. Okay, so we need furniture. Then after, we need some items, electronic items, which we will sold out in our business organization. Okay, and along with this, we are required cash just to meet our day by day expenses. Okay, so whatever things we will invest to start a business, that is called capital. Just like it may be possible you have a lot of money, but what portion of money you are going to invest in a business, that is called capital. Okay, so it may be in the form of cash, it may be in the form of building or infra and all, and it may be in the form of furniture. So it can be anything. So just like we have 10 lakh rupees in the form of asset, building, furnitures and all. Okay, and out of that 10 lakh we have used only 1 lakh to start any sort of business. So that 1 lakh is our capital, not the total 10 lakh rupees what is our wealth. Okay, so in another way we can say part of wealth which we use to start a business, that is of our capital. Okay, so in the business organization we have to perform different type of the activities. So which type of activities we have to perform? Just like we have to sell our goods, we have to purchase goods. Before the selling of goods we need to purchase. So here sales, it means sale of goods. Sale are total revenue from goods or services sold or provided to customers. It may be in cash or credit. So suppose you just imagine you are the owner of any business organization, you are the owner of any electronics shop, any provisional shop, any kind of the shop. Okay, so in that shop you have to sell your good. Okay, goods, it means all the items whatever we use to sell, that is called goods in accounting terms. Okay, so we have to sell our goods. So what is sell? Whenever you will sell goods you will get revenue, that is income. Okay, so whatever amount you will receive after selling of goods, that is called revenue. Okay, so in the business organization we can sell goods or we can provide services. Okay, so both are the same terms, both comes under the goods. Okay, so that goods or that services we can provide or we can sell in cash or in the credit mode. Cash, it means just we have sold out our goods and we have received money, and credit, it means we will sold out our goods and we will later on receive that money of the sold goods. Okay, so after the sale we have next, that is of purchase. Purchase, it means buying of goods and services for the selling purpose. The main purpose of buying the goods should be the sale. Like in the business organization, if we have any kind of electronic shop, so in that shop if we are dealing with the fridge, TV, coolers, etc. So before the selling of those goods we need to purchase it. So buying of business article is called here purchase. So the term purchase used for purchase of goods or services for selling purpose, as we have discussed, of business goods. It may be cash or it may be in the credit, as we have seen. What is the condition for sale? It may be the condition for the purchase. Okay, so if you have any kind of confusion or the doubts, that you can ask me in the discussion box. Okay, we will discuss. So in the sales and purchase we have seen a word, it was goods. Goods are the business items. Suppose here we have picture of provisional store. So you can see whatever items are there, all these items are called goods, because for the provisional store these are the items in which they used to deal. So goods are the business items, commodity which used in the business for buying and selling. So a businessman or the owner of the provisional store, they will deal in all these items. Just like gold is the goods for the jewelers, or granaries are the goods for the grocers. Okay, so these are called goods. Once when you will purchase these items will be the part of goods for the provisional stores. For the different stores, just like if there is any bicycle store, so bicycles are the goods for them. Okay, if there is a showroom of four-wheeler or the two-wheelers, so these two-wheelers and four-wheelers are the goods for those for the showroom owners. Okay, so that is goods. Okay, why we do any kind of business? That is a very unique question. Definitely we do any kind of business or any kind of activities to earn money, to get some profit. Basically in the business we used to get some profit. So here we are going to discuss profit. What is the common meaning of the profit? So in general terms, we can say, sir, whenever we use to sell goods, it should be more than their buying price. So in the ordinary language, we can say when we sold goods more than their buying price, that can be considered as profit. That is true. Okay, there is no doubt. This is the definition of profit. Excess of revenue. Revenue, it means income. What income we get after the selling of goods. So the revenue, it means the total sale of a business over its cost. Cost, it means how much we have spent to get that particular commodity. Okay, what is the buying cost? Okay, जितने में भी आपको सामान को खरीदे हैं, ठीक है, बाय किए हैं, परचेस किए हैं, और जितने में आप सेल करते हैं, जितना भी आपका रेवेन्यू होता है, व्हाट इज योर सेलिंग कॉस्ट, आउट ऑफ द सेलिंग वी हैव टू सब्ट्रैक्ट अवर बाइंग कॉस्ट. सो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इज देयर, इट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज प्रॉफिट. बट हियर इन द अकाउंटेंसी we don't have to discuss only over the profit. We have different types of the profits, we have different kinds of the profit, so we have to discuss this. So first we have gross profits. Sir, what is gross profit? So it means excess of operating revenue over the operating expenses. And here we have some different terminology. Sir, what is operating revenue? We are aware about the term revenues. That is clear with us. Okay. वो क्लियर है कि रेवेन्यू क्या है, बट व्हाट इज ऑपरेटिंग रेवेन्यू और द व्हाट इज ऑपरेशनल रेवेन्यू. ऑपरेटिंग रेवेन्यू may be considered as operational revenue. So we have to find out the meaning of operational revenue or the operating revenue. What is it? So operating revenues, they are nothing. Once when you will start any business, when you will do any kind of the business organization, whatever income we are getting, that is called revenue. Okay. Just like if I have same electronic store or electronic shop or electronic showroom, so in that I will use to sell goods. That is my operating activities, that is my regular activities. Okay, so regular activities are also called operating activities, and throughout those activities if we are getting money, so it will be considered as operating revenue. Okay, so operating expenses. Sir, operating expenses, in the business organization we have to spend our money for the various activities, just like we have to pay salary, electricity bill, telephone bills, and etc. Okay, so what are the operating expenses? When you will run any kind of business, there we have to pay some expenses, we have to bear some expenses, and these expenses are called operating expenses. We have a list of all the incomes and all the expenses that we will discuss later. Okay, so gross profit is nothing, that is just only the difference of operating revenue minus operating expenses. So after that we have net profit. So what is net profit? It means excess of revenues over expenditures. So in the net profit we have to take all the revenues from various resources, jahan se jo bhi paisa aaya, that is our income, that is our total revenue, and we have to subtract total expenses, total expenditures. Okay, that is net profit. After the profit, gross profit and net profit, we have the very important content, that is of gain. In the general term, gain is considered as profit, but there is a small difference in between profit and gain. Okay, so what is gain? It is a profit of irregular or non-recurring nature. So irregular, yes, whenever you will do any business activities, it should be regular, just like buying and selling of goods in electronic store, that is regular activities. If we are getting profit just because of the irregular activities or the irregular manner, so that amount is called here gain. It is a profit that arises from events or the transactions. Okay, a simple calculation is there. You can do just like we have a fuel station. Okay, in the fuel station, last night we have filled that tank, and at that time whenever we have filled that tank, the price of fuel, it may be the diesel or petrol, we can imagine anything, just like we have imagined we have filled petrol. So the price of per liter petrol was just only 75 rupees per liter. Okay, so now the next day government has declared the price of petrol has been hiked, that is increased by 2 rupees per liter, sorry. So what was the price when we have filled our fuel station, fuel tank? It was 75 rupees per liter. Okay, but just by the midnight it has been increased by the 2 rupees, so that is 77 rupees. Clear? So these 2 rupees, whatever has been increased just in the night, okay, just by the midnight, so these 2 rupees we will charge from the customers. We are going to sell them at the rate of 77, not by the 75 what was our cost. So these 2 rupees are our abnormal profit, that is called here gain, क्योंकि ये हमको regular नहीं होगा, because that is not going to happen regularly, that is irregular. एक बार हो गया, maybe possible, अब वो कई महीनों बाद होगा, ठीक है? So it was gain. After the gain, we have to discount the very important factor, very important character topic, that is of discount. Okay, so what is discount? Maybe possible when you will purchase your textbook, notebook, whenever you will do any kind of shopping. So we do some bargaining activities. Just like if the MRP of the product is 100 rupees and we used to pay the seller 90, 95, something like that. So the difference in between the actual asked amount by the seller and actual amount paid by us. So difference in between the dues amount, whatever has been asked by the seller, that is called dues amount. Okay, that is due, we have to pay. Okay, so the difference in between the dues amount and the amount whatever we have actually paid, that is called discount. So we can see discount, it is any type of reduction in the price of the goods sold. Once when you approach to any seller and you ask him to allow some discount, sir भैया कुछ discount दो ना, 500 का है तो 500 में दोगे, so he allowed to give 5%, 10% discounts. So that is simply discounts. So discount may be the 5%, 10%, 20%, 50% and anything. So basically discounts are generally two types. So discount में भी types होता है, ठीक है? If he belongs to the business family or the business class, so definitely we can understand the types of discount and all. But for the general students or the general pupil, that is quite confusing. So okay, so what is trade discount? So here we have two different type of the discount. First is trade discount and second one is cash discount. So here first we will discuss about the trade discount. So before the discussion over the trade discount, we have to find out the meaning of trade. Trade, it means any kind of buying and selling activities. Basically trading and trading have wider concept, but in general terms we can say, sir, same activities, buying and selling activities, it can be considered as trade. Yes, definitely it can be considered as trade. So trade discount, whenever you will do any business, in that if we are offering any kind of discount just to increase our sales, it will be considered as trade discount. Maybe possible you have seen somewhere else, just like if we are doing online shoppings, just like Amazon, Flipkart, etc. So we can see there is they offer festival season offer like that. They allow to give us 25 to 50% discount. Okay, so trade discount, it is offered at an agreed percentage of list price at the time of selling goods. So one very important question, sir, what is list price? List price is the price which has been offered by the seller to us. Seller ने हमको क्या offer किया, that is of the list price, and we used to do bargaining on the basis of that list price only. Okay, and then second one is cash discount. Yes, cash discount, it encourages the debtor to pay the dues promptly. Okay, so sir, why we provide cash discount? You just imagine you are seller and I am buyer. Okay, so you just sold me a good, have a costing rupees 10,000, and I told you, dear, I will pay you that 10,000 rupees after 1 month. So that 10,000, what I will pay you after 1 month, that is a big risk for you. It may be possible in that 1 month anything can be happen, right? कुछ भी हो सकता है ना भाई, 1 मंथ के अंदर कुछ भी हो सकता है। मे बी पॉसिबल कि मैं यहाँ से गायब हो सकता हूँ, आपके 10,000 डूब जाएंगे, मे बी। ओके, सो जस्ट नॉट टू मेक दैट 10,000 बैड, you will allow me extra discount. Sir, I will give you some extra discount if you will pay that 10,000 within 1 or 2 days. Okay, so what happened? So when you will offer me 5% discount, so 10,000 and 5% of 10,000, that is of 500 rupees. Okay, if I am going to pay today, so I have to pay only 9,500, but after 1 or 2 days or after 1 month, I have to pay complete amount, that is 10,000. Just to save that 500 rupees, I will use to pay that 9,500 immediately. So that is of cash discount. So cash discount use businessman to recover their credit sale amount. Okay. Then the very important contains very important term, that is of voucher. Voucher, it is a documentary evidence in support of a transaction like cash memo, invoice or bill, debit or the credit notes. So many words are there and we have to focus on that. So before the discussion, we have to find out the meaning of voucher. May be possible you have did any kind of the transactions, you may purchase goods. Okay, so बहुत सारी activities हम लोग करते हैं. So out of these activities, whenever you purchase goods, you need to ask to seller for some documentary evidence. होता है, कभी शॉपिंग करने जाते हैं तो बिना बिल के शॉपिंग होता है, नहीं होता है ना. ओके, सेम थिंग इज देयर. ओके, सो व्हेन यू आस्क समवन सेलर टू when you ask seller for some kind of the documentary evidence, he may be allow you such a kind of bill, just like we have an example, just like Saleha Electronics, that is a fake name of any organization. They will provide you such a type of the voucher. Here you have to write name and the address and the date and all, and here the description of the goods. जो भी goods लिए सबका पूरा description and the total amount and with the signature. So this is the document, written document, that is the kind of evidence which proves that we have purchased that particular item from that particular shop, from that particular seller. Because in the future, if anything happens, just like goods damage है कुछ है, तो we need to return it. So we can return, we can file a case against that person on the basis of this invoice. Okay, so we have different things. So first and the very important thing, so voucher, that is a documentary evidence, that is clear, because it can be used as a document in support of a transactions. Only this document can prove that you have done that transactions. Okay, without this voucher we can't prove we have made that transaction. Okay, so it may be the cash memo. Sir, what is cash memo? When we purchase goods in cash form, okay, then we need to ask for the cash memo. So in the cash memo, here or here they will write cash memo. Okay, this voucher can be issued only in the cash transaction, in case of cash transaction, not in the case of credit transaction. If you are doing any kind of credit transaction, so instead of cash memo, they will write credit or the invoice. Okay, so invoice or bill, that is same. Then after debit note and the credit note, we have a separate chapter for the debit note and the credit note that we will see there. So voucher, it means any kind of the evidence which can prove that you have made that transaction. Just like when you submit your fees to school, in school, you get slip. That slip is called voucher. When you purchase goods from somewhere, from somewhere else, you got such a kind of the voucher, that is also vouchers. So there are different forms of the vouchers. Okay, so we have a particular chapter by the name of vouchers. There we will learn how to prepare various vouchers and how to record them. Clear? Next, and the very important topic, that is drawings. Drawings, you like drawings? Here in the accountancy, drawing, it means drawings, it means not the drawing which we drawing and painting which we made on the papers or the walls or somewhere else. That is quite different. Okay, so at the very beginning we have seen in the business organization we need to do different kind of the activities. We used to purchase or sell goods, sell different type of goods and the services. And the very one more topic, that is of proprietor, which is not mentioned here, but we have to discuss. Who are called proprietor? Any idea? You just think. Proprietor, it means owner of the business organization. Okay, you may see just outside of any shop, if they have mentioned the name of their shop, they will also mention the name of the proprietor. Proprietor, it means the owner. In most of the cases, you can see the name of the proprietor outside of any medical store, most probably. Okay, so proprietor, that they are called business owner, and they are proprietor in general terms. So you just imagine, if we have electronic store, again electronic store, okay? So we have electronic store, and we are required any kind of electronic item, just like I need headphone, okay? So I went to my shop and I just took that headphone, okay? It was costing nearby 2000 and something. So, and I'm not going to put 2000 rupees in the at the counter. Okay. So if in the general terms, simply we can say, if any owner, because if I am owner of that electronic shop, so if owner withdraws something out of the business for their personal use, then it will be considered as the drawing. It may be the goods, it means that business article, like I have took the headphone, that is business article, that is goods. So I can withdraw goods or I can withdraw some cash. If you have any kind of the shop or your parents used to deal with anything, so it may be possible कि पापा कुछ पैसे दो ना, फ्रेंड के साथ में पार्टी करनी, पापा कुछ पैसे दो ना, ये सामान लेके आना है. तो इट मे बी पॉसिबल कि फादर ने आपको काउंटर से पैसे निकाल के आपको दे दिए. तो if he is using the business article or business money for their personal purpose, personal use or the household use, then it will be considered as drawings. So drawings, it is the amount or the goods withdrawn by the owner from the business for their personal use. It reduces the capital of business organization, because whenever you will withdraw something, just like I have withdrawn headphone, so it will reduce my profit, it will decrease my profit. Okay, so it was the today we have discussed few terms of accounting terms. Hopefully कि आपको बहुत पसंद आएगा, enjoy करेंगे आप लोग. So later on we will continue with the next on terms. So whatever queries you have, that we will discuss in the discussion box. Okay, bye bye.